Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 147 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. Let's start with the Plenitude HR. We are now at the 281 members, so that is 45 more than last week. What happened? We recruited a corp, Aki Mamur Industry, which is our newest corp here. You can see here corporation. So Akima, who joined, we had 29 people, and the rest is growth from our various corp in the alliance. Pretty good week, 45 member. Again, I think based on what I've seen so far, that we are around, I would say, in terms of real pilot, you can probably divide that number by 4 because most people are playing. It's an Null-sec industry corp, so most people are playing bases often enough. Three, 4 halt. So I would divide that compared to the number of player. We do have our biggest time zone is Euro TZ. Late USTZ, like it is right now when I'm recording this, you can see that we have like 5 people online. You early USTZ, you get about 10, 13. Euro TZ, we get a little more than that. So there's always people online. Well, yeah, that's it. So that's it for the HR part. Now let's go with the finance. Finance. What happened this week? Well, you can see a little climb in the net worth, and that actually surprised me a lot because I expected it to go down a little bit this week. I made a significant purchase that should have dropped the value, but it didn't. So we'll discuss it a little bit further. But basically, you can see that we're maintaining more or less our value. The cash asset, the little blue line here, is going down, which is what I expected. I do need to work a little bit on converting more because we're accumulating asset. I need to work on converting it more to cash. I do have a cash flow. Not a problem, but I'm not in problem territory yet. But I do seem to be spending more ISK than getting in, but piling up asset. So I do need to go into more liquidation of the buyback program and stuff like that. So that's it for the finance part. Well, no, that's not all of it for the finance part. There's still some more stuff to talk about. The Plenty Mart is again doing very good. I did the 7-week average, which is probably the best comparison if we are going to go by week by week. We did get a pretty decent week where we're getting about an average of about a billion trade a day, but it varies a lot. We had a day with 4 billion and some day with 200, but there's sales every day in the Plenty Mart. You can see an average of 100 transactions, so that's pretty good. We are in term of number of order, but again, it is worth what it is. Those stats could be easily manipulated, so I'm just following the trend on a large scale. But again, going great. And if you add the 2 market hub, actually on the average, the sell volume in Canid with those 2 market hub, they haven't reduced our sell. It actually looked like it's kind of increasing the sell. Or would it have increased as much if they didn't show up, or we have trapped all those sell, or are they catching some of the sell from the NPC station too? That's also a possibility. The number in terms of asset being sold at the NPC station has reduced a little bit compared to when we were here. So that's the sell part. Aside from that, the one thing I can say is that we got 12 new POCO this week. 5 of them were bashing of an AFK corp, which we spotted in front of the kill board and sending email. We concluded that they weren't playing anymore. We bashed those poco unopposed. And the other 7 was what I was telling you about when I say I thought my asset would drop a little more, as I bought 7 poco, which were located in an area where we wanted them. I paid too much for them, but I paid 3 bill for 7 poco, which is way too much, but I really wanted them. In the area where they were, it's an area where we also already have station, and it does fit with our expansion plan. Basically, what we're doing is we're focusing on the 2 constellation here at the bottom, and that's where most of our pocos are located and most of our station are located. We're now at, if we count all the corp in the alliance, we are now at 7 Athanor in the area. We got 1 in Kitaled because we have a little industrial hub in Kitaled, and we're pulling a bunch of moon in the area down here. And we're most of our pocos are located around here. We do have some a little further away, because basically when you bash you decide to bash a corp, it can have, like, let's say 2 poco in Buka and another poco back somewhere else a little further. So to end the war, you end up eventually bashing all of them. But yeah, that's it. So we're now at 33 poco in the area, which is great for our member, and also great generally for the area because we're keeping the tax super low. External tax, again, I said, outside the corp is 3%, inside the corp is 1% for the poco, which I think is reasonable. If we want to discuss poco economy, I pulled out the stat, and to tell you how much poco aren't really worth it unless you just jack up the tax. During the month of October, where we had at most 22 poco, we made a total of 45 million in poco revenue, and that is with 22 poco. We didn't have 22 all month. We had like maybe 10 at the beginning of the month, or 10, 15 at the beginning of the month, and it was going up during the month. But still, 45 million is not super good revenue. Now, the poco, if you want to buy a Ganti and the upgrade material and upgrade it, it will cost you 160 million. That's just for the poco. And if you're going to bash it, then you have to have the cost of the war deck, which, like, if the corp has more than 1 poco, then you can spread the cost of the war deck. But typically, if the corp, it's a holding corp with 1 poco, it will cost you 250 million to get the poco. And at the tax rate of 1/3%, you're gonna make less than 20 mil, 12, like maybe 25 million a year. So it's gonna take you 10 years to get your money back. It's not a very, very good investment. But again, there's an aspect of it which is not to be neglected, is that it's a source of income that is coming from, also part of it is coming from outside your member, so you're not taxing your member for that stream of income. But again, it's not good business, but they do scale up when you get a lot. So anyway, it gives something to do interact with the poco mechanic in the ISEC area. So that's pretty much it for the finance. Now, politics. On the ISEC, the only war we had this week was a poco bashing war. Now in Aquarius, with the WOMP side, the front with Phoenix Coalition, was a little interesting, not in terms of what moved, but we did get a nice little battle. Phoenix Coalition came to try and ref Skyhook, and we ended up jumping what their reffing fleet with Leshaks and some Hodred, and then they counter drop Dreads on our Hodred, and then we counter, and it escalated into a Dreadbrawl, where I have the battle report here. So we ended up losing 60 bill and killing 150 billion worth. So a nice little Dreadbrawl over a Skyhook reffing. The kind of thing that happens sometimes. So it's kind of weird because they will escalate for a cap fight on a Skyhook, on not even a killing of a Skyhook, the initial ref of a Skyhook. But sometimes you go and try to fight them for a fort anchoring timer, and they don't show up. So again, everybody has their own priority in game. But that one was funny, but it was a nice little fight. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't there personally. The few fleet I did this week were, if you look at my kill board this week, you can see pocos and the one malediction that showed up on the fleet where we went. So that's pretty much it for the politics. Hopefully we got a few. They repped one of our fort today. We went to defend it, expecting to have a fight. They didn't show up for a fight, so we ref one of their fort. If they're gonna make us form up, we're gonna make them form up. Hopefully we'll get a fight this weekend. That's the plan. We'll see. Now, what else can I tell you? My week as a pilot, again, you can see not a super active week. I was very, very busy at work this week, like pulling long hour. And also in game, I do play every day again. Even when I'm not playing as much as I want, I do play every day. I did a little bit of ratting. Again, not. I think I did like one ratting site with Danak, and that's basically it. Now, aside from that, aside from the one ratting site that I did with Danak, the rest I did. The 5 poco that we did bash, I did have to alarm clock for that one because it was very early morning for me, so I got up at 5 a.m. to bash some pocos. But again, that's part of it. That's part of EVE. You have to play with the timer. There is a bunch of game that me as a human, not as a EVE player, I want to play. There's the new Crusader King DLC, Europa Universalis 5, which EU4, well, the EU series in general is my favorite game series, single player, and the EU5 is out. I didn't get I have it. I did play a little bit with it, but I haven't had a chance to do a full campaign yet. I really wanted to do that, but at the same time, I don't want to abandon EVE, so I need to juggle my time between all of these. I want to play the last 2 episodes of Dispatch too, so a bunch of little stuff, but since this is about my EVE journey, we'll keep it at EVE for now. So that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. It was a little quicker than usual. If you have any question, again, any comment, feel free to ask. I'm not going to comment too much on the Horde political thing because I don't have any insider information or anything that I could add to the public discourse. I do know that when a big group like that is going to do an evac like this, my personal feeling is that it will, as a group, I do feel that Horde will get a significant drop, and I think that they might see a big member exodus. and you're going to see actively, I'm guessing actively, a bunch of Null-sec group trying to poach pilot, which is kind of the standard operating procedure for basically any corp that's having like any big Null-sec alliance that's having trouble and membership trouble like that. You see the other group hope trying their best to recruit pilots. So the next few weeks are going to be interesting, to say the least, on the null side, with just the repercussion of what's happening right now. But I don't have any more detailed or anything that I can share at this point. So that's pretty much it. Again, any question, any comment, feel free to ask. If you want to reach me, just follow the link in my pinned comment to my personal Discord. If you don't have my own Discord information, you can reach me there. And that's it. So see you guys next week. Bye bye.